Yeah.
You freestyle?
Yeah, you know.
Yo, yeah, we're gonna do some of that.
We're gonna get some freestyling, guys. Welcome to the first official episode of Alternation.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, as if we've recorded this shit. But
We've been doing this for a while.
We got our guest, Hollywood, California. You guys may have seen her in Danny Mullen's videos, and we're gonna get into the deepest, nittiest, grittiest.
We're just
ask all the deep questions no one wants to ask.
No
They're
holding
afraid
back.
to ask. We're not holding
we're
anything
just
back.
getting right into it, guys.
As long as that's cool with you, Hollywood. Should I call you Ashley or Hollywood? What do you prefer?
Where did you get this Ashley shit?
It says Ashley C on your Zoom.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I gotta do something about that.
Yeah,
But,
you got exposed.
No, it's all good. I ain't tripping. I mean, but nah, call me Hollywood, Wood, whatever, HK.
Wood.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm gonna call you Wood.
Wood sounds pretty sick. So you're in Cali, right? What part of Cali?
Well, I actually live in Nevada, but I'm from Cali.
Oh shit, we're in Nevada.
Prince. Y'all seen the video, man.
Yeah.
We were just watching that actually.
Yeah, we're trying to do a little bit of research and get caught up to speed, rewatch the video. And then I started going down this rabbit hole of like seeing that you were suing Danny and then like reading Reddit comments and shit. So rather than me talk, like just fill us in from the get-go. How did you meet Danny? What the fuck happened? We're not just gonna make this about Danny, but that's how we know about you. So I just want to start with
right. I dig it.
We'll get into you.
Well, I didn't initially meet Danny. You know, for everybody who's seen the video, you see my wife met him first. That's how all of it all started. With his crazy ass video he was doing during the beginning of the pandemic. He was running around kissing people, I guess. And she, kissed him. And, I didn't know about it at first, to be honest. Like, I didn't know about it for like a cool week or so till the video came out, right?
The video, she didn't tell you? She wasn't like, I made out with this dude for $20. Was
it 20? Was it?
It was $20, right? It was $20.
Right. So she didn't tell me none of that shit. So when we
money or anything, like she didn't give you $10 or anything.
Well, I think we bought some weed or something. I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
But so I ended up. I started wondering where these people on my Instagram were coming from. And I'm like, who are these people? Like all these fucking white kids. I'm like, who are y'all? And I'm like, okay, let me, and then I don't remember what actually led to it. I think somebody here where we live, like that works where, here, and was like, hey, did you see that video? And I was like, what video? And it was like, your wife was kissing some white dude. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? So bam, I see the video. I trip. You know what I mean? I'm pissed. I'm like, what the fuck?
You start like,
I just started tripping. Like I was just like, man, you got me fucked up. Like, why wouldn't you tell me that at least? Like I got blindsided with that,
Yeah. Is it the money? Can I ask real quick? Like if he was offering her more money, like let's say like $1,000, would you be as upset? Or was it the fact that it was like $20 or just the fact that your wife?
It's just a simple fact. You kissed a complete stranger during a fucking pandemic.
Well, what price would justify it? Like what is the limit?
Ain't no price. There ain't no price because at
$1 million.
At the end of the day, shit, what if he had the virus? Type of shit I be thinking about.
Was that around the time of the virus? When was
the virus is still going on?
I know, but like when wasn't it before the virus or
no? It was like in the heat of it.
Oh shit!
In the heat of it. So you go to your wife. What do you say to her? You're like, yo, what the fuck is with this video?
Yeah, like basically, and then so she had to like explain it, and for a minute I wasn't hearing none of that. I didn't care about none of that because she told me why she really did. It wasn't about the money, but nonetheless, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I was pissed, and then as it went on, all these people started following me on Instagram, and they're hitting my DM, and so I'm increasingly getting more upset because now these people are DMing me and talking all type of crazy.
What are they saying in the
Yeah,
DMs?
yeah.
I'm curious because Danny's got a weird following of just like I feel like it's 15-year-old like angsty dudes. I mean,
a
I'm
whole
20
lot of puberty in my shit in my DM, and it was just really like people were. It was just a lot of Danny Mullen kissed your wife. Danny Mullen
any
kissed.
dick pics? Any like unsolicited dick pics?
No, no.
I feel like that's some Danny Mullen like fucking
I mean, that's like a
follower type
staple,
shit. They'd
yeah,
be like, "Yo,
whip out
here's
your
my
dick."
dick."
It was crazy. I'm gonna just say it was crazy. I got a lot of crazy shit. Even like some kind of like racist shit. Like it was all over the board.
Yeah.
But and then because it's crazy when you YouTube my name, more shit attached to Danny Mullen comes up than I have to tell people, like, you have to scroll through all that to actually find the fucking music.
Right.
But because the whole thing that you mentioned about the like me suing him, I never sued him. What happened is I was pissed. So I was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna fix you. Because what I was really upset about, let me be clear, it was what I was upset about was how he did it, how he edited, because I ran into him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? I take that back. I did meet him first because
In the
he was in
video.
my apartment. Yeah, he was in my apartment. And
I remember.
we were cool. We had an exchange and we was cool. You know what I mean? I wasn't rude to him, none of that. He asked the kid, I told him to fuck off, but
there was another money exchange, right? Didn't something else happen in that video? Like
not with me and him.
I remember. Okay.
But we spoke, and he was asking me, we were actually talking about like the Tuskegee experiment, all type of shit. And then I guess that's when he ran into her when he left out of my apartment, so she was coming home from work. But nonetheless, I felt like he kind of, because I told him, I said, well, good luck somebody kissing you during all of this shit. Right. And not knowing my be the dumbass to do it. But fucking, I said that, and then when he edited the video, it was like he took the shit that I said and then like edited into there, and then took my song, and that's what really pissed me off. You gotta take my song,
right? On
and
top
kind
of like him kissing your wife, he plays your song.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, this is how I'm gonna do this. I hit him with a copyright infringement. Mm-hmm. So that's what really happened.
That was what the suing was then, is just a copyright infringement. So he like even took that out of context and he's like, yo, she's suing me, like just for the clickbait.
Right.
Yeah.
So all that started circulating, and that pissed his little minions off even worse. So they're in just, oh my God, it went even, to a crazier level. They're like, you should be thanking him and all this shit. I'm like,
for kissing your wife. I mean, did your views go up though for your music though? Was there at least some business benefit? All right. I mean, that's a plus.
Shit went crazy. Like, I mean, it's the reason why I'm sitting here with you right now. But nonetheless, it was just like his fans, like, I could say that's some of the most dedicated motherfuckers, like obsessive motherfuckers that you will ever see in your fucking life.
Yeah.
You can only hope to gain a fan base as sick as his. You know what I mean? That obsessed as his. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's how all that transpired. But then, ultimately, we ended up. It was a whole bunch of back and forth, and then we spoke, privately, and then we went on the, the little podcast and everything.
Yeah.
And, he apologized and all that. And,
do you feel like the apology was sincere? Because like I know Danny, it seems like I'm trying to separate who Danny really is from seeing him in his videos. You know what I mean? I've only seen his videos, and I've like met YouTubers in person. They seem way different than in their videos. So do you feel like when you're on the podcast with him, like when he's apologizing, do you feel like it was sincere, or he's just trying to play the character. That's what confuses me with Danny specifically. Like, is it a character or is it him? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Trying to figure out who he really is. But ultimately, it was sincere because, like I said, we spoke on a private. Like, he apologized like somewhat on the podcast, but it was more so our conversation that we had in private that made me feel a little bit more that it was more sincere. But I just had to on the podcast. I don't know, did you guys seen the podcast, right?
Yeah, we just watched a little bit of it because I was curious. I was like, let me see what's going on with this whole
Mhm.
scenario. Because I remember seeing you in the first video originally, and then obviously Drew got in contact with you, and now here we are.
Well, on the podcast we spoke, and I had to let him know a few things on there, because I had to let him know some of the shit his little fans were saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I told him how I felt about that whole Danny Mullen free the slaves thing. I told him, like, bro, that's gonna get the shit beat out of somebody, I promise you.
Yeah, we were
It's like
that.
it. Eventually, he's gonna get the fucking shit kicked out of
Yeah.
him. Just the
Well,
way
he already
behaving.
has. I mean, he already has had his experiences.
Yeah.
I guess it just comes along with it. It's a part of what he does, I guess.
Right.
Like I said, and it was crazy because I ended up making a diss record and all this shit all before,
Yeah.
before the podcast. I made a diss record. And it was crazy because his fans loved it. Like they, like they ate that shit up. And I'm like, y'all are weird. I'm like, yo, like when we in the hip hop world, if you like a certain rapper and another rapper disses that person, you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna, you know what I mean?
Right,
Unless
right.
you're that neutral person. But for the most part, you gotta pick a side. But his fans, like they still are playing pencil dick. You know what I'm saying? Like they love that shit. So y'all gotta check that out if y'all haven't heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
What's it called?
Pencil dick.
it's on audio. It's on audiomac.com.
Nice.
Damn, I gotta take a piss real quick. So Drew, you take over. I'm sorry, Hollywood. I really gotta fucking piss.
It's all good.
All right, now I'm gonna lead. All right.
Drew, get in there. I gotta fucking piss so bad.
Okay, guys. What are you drinking right there?
Oh yeah, it's some Arizona.
Oh, hell yes. What's
Yeah,
your
man.
favorite? Is that your favorite drink right there?
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite. But I drink a lot of ginger ale.
Oh my God, yeah. Ginger
Yeah.
ale, like it's like actually Mason was like getting addicted to it because like it just the way it hits the nose, like you kind of cough a bit. It's almost like the drink equivalent of hitting a blunt or something.
Look crazy. I tried that ginger ale bold.
Oh,
That
snap.
new
Oh,
ginger,
yeah.
like that shit, it does make you cough. Like when you put it makes you cough. Like it's like
2 inches
like
away.
yeah, that shit is no joke. It's not for the faint of heart. If you don't,
No.
I mean, like that shit is some. But I like ginger. I take fresh ginger and make tea out of it and all of that. It's
Oh,
good for
like
you.
homemade ginger ale?
Yeah.
Do
Well,
you
like
do you
tea. I
carbonate it?
boil the ginger.
You took my seat, bro.
Bro, I did. Look, I am. You know
Hollywood,
what, Mason? Get the fuck out of here,
He's
man.
taking this over.
Well, he couldn't talk to me from back there.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, you know
We
what?
gotta rock it.
I am rocking this chair
Yeah,
right
you
now.
got the focus now, bro. You must have been blurry back in this bitch.
Dude, I was, man. I felt like I was out of the picture, but now I feel like I'm in the core front, all right?
You're in here now. You're in the conversation.
That's right. This is my show.
Hell yeah. So I'm just curious, Hollywood, like what's happening now? Are fans still DMing you and like harassing you, causing shit storms? Are you in danger?
Nah, now it's all good. Now it's all love, man. Like now it's totally, it's nothing but love now. That's all I can say. Is ever since I say the podcast, and then we did the second appearance, second video. Yeah, it's been nothing but love. I can't even complain now. Now it's their team HK. They down with me. You know what I mean? They're part of my squad.
Damn, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You
What
know.
does your wife have to say about it? Like, what was her explanation when you're like, "Yo, why'd you kiss this dude for $20?"
Well, she was like, she was just like, I felt like you know, shit, like he was somebody, like, you know, she was like, I just had a feeling like he was, you know, he was somebody. So that if I, you know, and what she said, like, okay, you know, even though I had already met him, she didn't know that, but she's like, you know, the deal was for him to like shout out my music or shout out my page or something. There was a whole thing that he didn't put it in the video, of course. But there was a whole like reason, you know what I mean? So she explained that to me, like, you know, to kind of get your shit out there.
Well, why didn't they put it in the video initially? What was
Why?
I mean,
Why would he?
And he just edits things like
He just
in the
didn't.
way he wants them to be seen, which is like common for YouTubers.
It's you got to manipulate the scene, you know. It wouldn't work for him to have all that in there.
Yeah, true.
So if you could like summarize your relationship with Danny, like has it been a positive overall, other than the fact that like he kissed your wife obviously for $20 like in the beginning, but like for your music, for everything, like even dealing with fans,
overall,
like
I would never, you know, I would never friend to say that it was, you know, a bad experience. It's been good. It's been good, and him and I are cool. Like, you know, that's a, you know, that's a partner of mine now, you know.
Hell yeah. Do you feel like he's like a different person when you guys are live or recording, like whether it's the podcast or in person when he did that episode versus when you guys have private conversations off camera? Do you feel like he's a different person, or is that just Danny? Like when we watch the videos as fans.
I would say he's pretty similar. He's a jokester regardless. You know, but he's a chill person off camera. Like he's, you know, he's pretty intelligent. You know, he understands different facets of life. You know, he told me some things about himself, you know, last time that we had hung out and everything. So, you know,
you guys kick it like regularly, like he comes visits you and you guys just like
I mean, last, like, you know, a few months ago he came, like I said, we did another video with the little music video type shit in there and all that. So we did that, and you know, we've spoke and stuff since then. I'm actually supposed to be getting on the podcast pretty soon, actually.
Are you gonna fly out to LA or drive over there like in person? Or
yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I know we made this a lot about Danny, but I just want to like ask this one more question. In terms of Leo, is Leo different on camera versus off camera, or is like what you see what you get with Leo?
I've never met Leo. I don't think I haven't met Leo. No, I only met I spoke to Leo briefly. You know, like I spoke to him on the podcast, and then I spoke to him like in a DM or something one time. But yeah, so I don't really know about Leo too much, to be honest.
Word.
Any other have you met any of the other crew members? Yeah.
The cameraman Nico, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
what's up, bro?
Shit.
Is he really like he's like an actual alcoholic? Have you seen him just fucking go hard?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't call the man an alcoholic. That's not for me to say.
Yeah.
I know he does drink, and you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
I know that.
He likes to have a good time, you know? I mean.
Right. You know, when I did my little virtual concert, I know he was pretty slizzed that night. But
slizzed, I'm gonna start using that now. That's
no, Hollywood. Should we buy a zip of weed right now? My roommate just texted me. He's like, "Yo, get some weed right now," and we can cut this out. You know what I'm saying?
Or we can leave it in. You know.
What's your personal opinion?
I don't care. But it depends on the price, man. You know.
Yo.
Yeah, I think I could get a zip for like $140. I don't know how much it costs. And
yeah, I'm about to say shouldn't pay no more than. I mean, it depends the quality too, but yeah, I shouldn't pay no more than like $150.
Hell yeah. So let's talk about you, because we've been talking about Danny so fucking much, just to like, because I had so many questions.
We know
about
people
that
are curious too. People are gonna be watching this and
right
want to know.
So like modern day Hollywood, present day Hollywood, what's good with the music? What can we expect? What are you working on? Wherever you want to go with this. Home life, family life, we can get personal, we can get business.
Well, as far as the music, I'm working on the album right now. King is on the way, but it's spelled Qing. So that's on the way in March, end of March. So just been working heavily on that, focused on that. Got a single dropping on the 22nd. So, remember that. That's gonna be the first single from the album. So yeah, videos going to follow.
That one?
She said it's King.
Oh.
Is that the one you're releasing?
The name of the album or no?
Oh, the name
King.
of the album you want to know.
Wait. I'm confused now.
This man's running on no sleep. Yeah, you got no sleep last night.
Let's be honest right now. Yeah, I didn't go to sleep last night. I just
You gotta leave that shit alone, man.
It's like a drug in itself. Like after I don't sleep for a while, I feel like I just popped a Xan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
yeah, that's what I said, man.
Hollywood, how does it feel? What'd you say?
Well, I was saying, what was he trying to clarify on?
Oh, he wants to know the album title.
What's the name of the single that's coming out? Or which one, better yet, which one am I designing the album cover for?
You're designing the album for King. That's the album cover.
King. I am excited for that one.
That's big right there. This man is doing the album cover, man. That's
right,
big
guys.
right there. My first real official album that's gonna be on, streaming platforms and on
all of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be gonna be all
SoundCloud, Apple Music.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, it's legit.
Yo, Hollywood, I got a question for you. Obviously, like being a female rapper in the game, I feel like most female rappers right now, they're very like, I don't know, if you look at like Megan Thee Stallion or like Cardi B, it's very like sexy, like women of power. You know what I'm saying? Like women stepping into their power. Do you like fuck with that vibe? It feels like you have a similar vibe, but it's slight different edge to it. Like if you could describe how it's been for you being in the music industry and then like looking at the people that are popping that are females and then like comparing it to yourself, what is that like for you? Like, do you look at like a Cardi B and you're like, nah, like that's not my vibe, I want to go for something else? Or like,
well, number one, I'm like, I feel a difference because I'm older than some of them, you know what I'm saying? And, I just look like this, but I'm and, when I was younger, there wasn't a lane for women like myself.
right.
There was a slight lane for female rappers because I grew up on female rappers, don't get me wrong. Starting back, when I was a little shorty, you know what I mean? Like, when my older cousins was playing music and I didn't really know what was going on, but I'm just listening and, you had MC Light, you had Queen Latifah, you had, Roxanne Shante, Salt and Pepper, you know what I mean? You had all these, different females. And then, but I was really, really young. But as I got older, the girls of my generation, we of course had Lil' Kim, which all of these girls now are nothing but slight versions of Lil' Kim, especially right. Nicki Minaj. Of course, she's like a Lil' Kim minion, no matter how they try to deny it. Like she stole her whole get down. But but everything I hear is all because of Lil' Kim. All the nasty raunchiness and the sucking dick and all this on the song. That's only that WAP only exists because of Lil' Kim.
Damn,
I didn't even know that. She's
got the real history. I know.
She's got the insider shit, dude. This is why I was.
And then you have Foxy Brown. These are the people that I took influence from. But the reason that, of course, I'm not rapping that subject matter is because shit, I've been dating women since I was 16 years old. Actually, dabbling when I was younger, but since I was 16, I've been me. So I couldn't be I can't rap about the things they rap about because I'm not living that life. But
but you probably pull more pussy than like me and Drew combined. You know what I'm saying?
But but I mean, I grew up on a different type of female rapper. So for me, some of these girls, I don't knock them, but I just don't listen to them. I don't pay attention to them.
You got like a Nicki Minaj song. She's like shaking her ass. She's like doing all this crazy stuff, trying to be super sexy. Then like we recently just watched your video before we hopped on here, and like the lyrics are there, and then
You
the
have a
video
nice
is
flow too.
the video was pretty fucking dope too. But it was like nice to see a female rapper like not just going like all sexualizing and
Yeah,
shit.
the
You know what I'm
lyrics
saying?
were nice. It's like I love like hip hop and when they speak truth and shit. So it's like whenever I hear like actual lyrics that are like coherent and not just like mumbling or just like about meaningless content like WAP, you know, it's like actually
Yeah.
means something. Like it's just nice to listen to. It enters my
Now,
brain.
don't get me wrong. Like, I like WAP. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
cool, like, you know,
It's a
just
nice beat.
you know, it's nice to it's a little bopping. You know, I'm like anybody else. I like to see the females shake their ass and all that shit. So if that's gonna make them do that, right? But if it makes them do that, then I'm all for it. Play the song, play it twice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 100%.
But you know, I mean, like this Bust It challenge. I'm tired of hearing it, but I'm enjoying a lot of the visuals. So, you know, it's just, like I said, I don't knock none of these female rappers, but I feel like there was a lot of females that paved the way, and then y'all just kind of like shitted on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you only chose to follow certain ones. Like there was the Missy Elliott's, there's the Brats, there was Southern female rappers like Mia X. There was a whole lot of people that they could have followed, but they only chose to want to be like Lil' Kim and Trina.
Yeah.
You know, and how many times can they be repeated? You know what I'm saying? Like how many times? And for those of us who was there, a lot of the youngsters, they weren't there, so they don't know about it. But for those of us who was there, we like, man, we heard this shit before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
so like that being said, obviously like just going back on, you know, the history of hip hop and how it's influenced you, like what is your main mission making music? Like, do you want to be in the clubs, like people dancing, like twerking their ass to your songs, or do you want someone to be like vibing alone in their room, like going through some shit and like your music helps them get through shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your mission?
I want to do all of that. Like, if I can do all that, then I've accomplished it. That's why, like, what people can expect, you know, with this album is a whole lot of versatility. Like, one song is gonna be like, you know, I got songs for the block when you grinding, you trapping, whatever it is you might be doing, trying to get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the song for when you chilling with your girl, you know what I mean? I got the song for when you fucked up with your girl. I got, you know, I got the song, you know what I mean? I got the song for, you know, shit, when you just want to hop in the whip and just vibe, you know, right down the coast or whatever it is, give you that real West Coast vibe, you know. You know, I try to mix it up, you know, because. And then I have shit that sounds like I'm straight out of New York. You know, that's one thing because I grew up a lot on East Coast rap. You know, those were big influences to me too. Mobb Deep,
oh shit,
the Locks, you know, Rough Riders, Jay, you know, Rockefeller, all that shit. So even though I'm from Cali, to me, even growing up, I felt like the West Coast was a good vibe and that shit. Now we can do, you know, do our little walk to it and shit. But these niggas don't, they bars is not, I recognize that as a youngster, like their bars is not quite as good as these guys over here in New York. You know what I mean? So as a youngster, when you're talking about the Biggie and Pac thing, I used to be the one like, I kind of like Biggie. And I'm like, and I'm like, I'm just
you get
saying,
mad
you know,
hate when you're young.
You know, I'm just like, I like how he raps. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's just how it is. But no, you know, I got Pac's words tatted on me, so I can't say nothing. But you know, but nonetheless, it's like, you know, I try to be versatile. I want to be in the club. I want to be in your headphones when you're stressed out. I want to be in your car when you're crying about your girlfriend or your boyfriend. I want to be, you know, with you when you know, that song about, you know, when you lose somebody and, you know, you whatever. I want to be all of that. I want to take you through all of that, you know.
Just hitting every single emotion, like taking everyone
every
on my life journey.
That's I remember Nip saying, Nipsey said that you're gonna have to go through every emotion, you know what I mean, with this shit. And to me, I know he meant it in a context of overall with this music shit, with your hustle, everything, but I feel like I want to go through every emotion on every sense, but definitely in the music, you know what I mean? I write shit to make myself cry, you know what I mean? Or make myself be like, God damn. If I don't do that, then I can't expect nobody else to do that. So I don't feel that emotion, I can't give it to you.
Yeah, is writing for you, is it like therapeutic? Like when you're writing?
Yeah, like it's I don't know. Like I never really looked at it like that. Like I always looked at it as like, because when I'm super upset, I can't write. So like I need a clear head. Like some people could go write when they mad or when they sad. I can't do that. Like I need a clear head. I can tap into those emotions at that moment, but I can't do it if I'm literally in that emotion. You know what I mean? So I can't, you know what I mean? So for me, it might be a mental therapy, but like how people, like I said, can grab the notebook when they're full of tears and all that. No, I want those. I want the words to bring the tears. I want, you know what I mean? I want that when I hear it to make me think of that time that I was, you know, hustling, trying to eat or whatever. And I got to get this, I want the music to do that to me so it can do that to you.
Yeah. And you've probably lived like every single, emotion that you're trying to portray. Like, I'm assuming you're pulling from like when you're writing, you're like thinking like you're like reliving those memories that made you feel those emotions, and you're like trying to write it, like
right. I'm trying to convey my feelings.
What's your creative process like?
Yeah, I was curious of that as well. Like, do you set aside time to write, or if you're feeling something, you're like, yo, I gotta get this out, or you're like, when you're grocery shopping, you think of a bar, oh, that's fire, I gotta put that in the notes.
It probably comes out random, right?
On occasion that happens, but like honestly, I have to wake up really early in the morning. So that's like
the mode on, like smoke a doobie or something, watch the sunrise. You're like, all right,
instant flow.
In the vibe.
You know, because like my wife gets up really early in the morning for work. She's up at like 4. So, and I'm like up not too long after. So, we'll smoke and everything. And then, I'll just start, going through beats that people might have sent me or whatever. And, I'll just find something. And if it speaks to me at that moment, then, then I go with it, so it's really like, I don't have like a super process. Like sometimes I come up with lines when I'm completely sober. You know what I mean? It just depends. Like it just depends. I don't have like a particular process, but usually it's early in the morning. I'm still in bed. I grab my phone or my notebook or whatever.
Do you have a producer, or are you your own producer, or like you mentioned?
No, I can't make.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. It brings me to like the question of like going back to the Danny shit. Do you get any like fire producers reach out to you and be like, yo, your shit bangs. Here's a nice beat that you can spit on?
Yeah, I got a few producers I met through the Danny situation. Nice. Shout out to all of them, man. But me, when it comes to beats, I can't make no beats. I have no idea where to start. I wouldn't know where to put a clap, a drum. It would be fucking horrible. But
well, if we throw on a freestyle beat right now, can we get something?
Yeah, I think
can we get something live? And when'd you say that? When's the album dropping? When's the album dropping?
End of March, but the single drops on the 22nd of this month.
On the 22nd.
Yeah, single on the I'll remember that. That's gonna be on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't know what happened with the other platforms with that. My distributor, I don't know what happened, but it for sure will be on Spotify and Apple Music. But the album will be on everything.
Nice. Oh shit.
We can link it down below.
Well, to close this out, Hollywood, can we get a freestyle if I throw on a beat?
It gotta be something dope, man. Something I can vibe with now. Now look, if you peeped any of my music, I like certain type of shit. I'm picky about my beats, man. Don't put on the whack shit. Gotta be some smooth
some
shit.
Like 90s like boom bap type shit, or
we can do that. We can do that. Whatever.
All right.
We'll just play something if it sounds nice.
Because me and Drew, we'll be like drunk as fuck, like 9 White Claws in, just dumb shit. You know what I mean? So there's
be drinking them White Claws, them fucking.
That's the white boy shit.
That's some fucking mom beer, bro. What is Spritzer? It's a fucking Spritzer.
Yeah, I always call it beer to my girl, and she's like, "That's not beer." I'm like,
you need to get some in your life. It's gone, but you gotta get some in your life.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
That Bumble, that Lil Wayne shit. You gotta get some of this rum.
Oh fuck yeah! All right.
Is that Lil Wayne's rum?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Hollywood, you ready for this? I'm just gonna throw in some shit and
All right, let's see
no
what
pressure.
we got.
No pressure. Let's see what we got. Just to
I
close it
give
out.
a bar.
Hold up. I got a fucking ad on YouTube. One sec. Let me skip this shit. All right. Let me know if you fuck with this first. Can you hear it all right?
All right. Niggas get stuck in obliteration, a litigation. Fuck around and leave the situation. On here with alternation. These my boys. Fuck around and make noise. Hit them off with toys. Decoys. Don't fuck around with PD. Fuck around, try to leave you 3D. All right, we done.
Oh,
Oh my god, that was
Oh,
so
shit.
fucking fire.
Holy fuck.
The way you just
God
plugged
damn.
the name of the channel right here.
Damn. Hollywood,
was-
we
thank you
appreciate
for
you
that
so much.
blessing.
Like, holy fuck. Thanks for being
We
our
really
first
do.
guest. Thanks for just being so cool and like laid back.
For real,
I
like
know we had to like reschedule this shit and figure it out. Drew, thanks for reaching out to her, bro. Fuck. This was incredible.
Appreciate y'all.
this
I
one,
appreciate y'all.
That was fucking fire. That was a great way. Fucking
dude. That was that's a fucking highlight right
Hell
there.
yeah. Hollywood, anything else you want to say to like anyone who might watch this, like your fans, Danny's fans, fucking any closing statements?
Shit, man. Shout out to Team HK, you feel me? Shout out to everybody at Rich Real Fast, man. Shout out to my wife, who is also my publicist, you feel me? Shout out to the Danny Mullen regime and shout out to y'all for having me here. Y'all fucking dope. Y'all stay tuned. There's some dope shit coming. We got more visuals coming, you know, for 2021. Like I said, the album, this single, it's gonna be more singles from the album. We going up this year. And I appreciate y'all, man. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, new merch coming too, you feel me?
Yo! Hey, we might be able to help you with that. That means a separate conversation, but yeah, for real. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming
I
on.
appreciate
Love to
y'all,
you
man.
as well.
Y'all dope, man. Y'all
Fuck
have a
yeah.
good night.
You
as
too,
well.
Hollywood. Peace.
All right.